Hello everyone. So my name is Parth and I'm from MIT ADT University, Pune, India. And today we'll be talking about the topic of AWS code pipeline and how does it help users and developers to build a actual pipeline for a workflow or software development progress. So let's jump to the topic. Before understanding what is AWS code pipeline, let's understand what is software development lifecycle at the very first, how a software developer development is done basis on what the required points and how is it developed. So at the very first, when a software is first initialized, there's an idea or requirement from the client or users is passed to the developers. The developers design it, implement the code, build the software, then goes for testing, which has different test cases, which acts as according to various test scenarios, possible scenarios where software should work accordingly. And then the evaluation part, where it is evaluated how the development stages is, how the deployment stages is, and how it can be delivered better to the client. So this is how the flow is for the software development part. This is the life cycle, how a software development works in. So if you understand how does AWS code pipelines helps here. So AWS code pipelines is a fully managed continuous integration and continuous development delivery, a CI/CD service that helps us automate the build, test, and deployment phases for the release process of a software development. It enables us to model and visualize our software release process as a pipeline, as you can see in the image here, making it easy to deliver updates to the applications and infrastructure rapidly and more reliably. So if we get to the image here, where the source where developers add the changes are built, the code is built, then it goes to a staging area where it is tested or through automation testing, and it is deployed. Then it is manually approved by the developers. Okay, that the software is working absolutely fine, and there are no issues with it. All the test cases have been passed, and we can move with the next step, that is production, deploying it to the public servers and giving it to the customers and the clients so that they will test it. Uh, After that, it doesn't end here. Even after delivering the software, we do get new features, updates, bugs, and some request changes for the same. So what happens is there's a pipeline where the code is staged, the automated test cases are there. The team of the developers work staging the changes through continuous integration with remote repositories, add their own commit changes, and with basis on fixing the bugs, updates, and changes. Then it follows the same pipeline which is developed before as a software is used. After having automation changes, it is used. Finally, it is produced and deployed further. The key features for AWS code pipeline is it automatically triggers the build, test, and deployment stages when changes are committed to the source repository at the very first. Second is the integration of AWS services like code build, code deploy, AWS Lambda, S3 bucket is thing that has actually made efficient for developers to use AWS services and code pipeline for a seamless development. And third-party applications like GitHub, Bitbucket, or Jenkins, which can be used as more features for adding more test cases, can be used here. Developers can add their customized actions, development stages in the workflows for a specific release processes. And at the end, we can also monitor the live changes which are happening through AWS CloudWatch or etc. Now let's understand what are the components of AWS code pipeline. So AWS code pipeline works on source stages, build stages, test stages, and deployment. Source is when we add a code commit where GitHub code is shared, then the build where it's built and it is tested through automated code build, and test stages where automated test can be executed to validate the quality, where is it working properly or not. And then the deploying through ECS or Beanstalk, where it can containerize the dependencies. Where do we use the applications? We can web applications, microservices, infrastructure as code, where cloud infrastructure, mobile development. So these are the uses of AWS code pipeline. Thank you so much for letting me present this topic.